Hi, welcome to Madcom. In this particular video, we will be discussing one question from NCERT Science Class 9 textbook in the chapter Motion. It is a graphical interpretation, so we need to be little keen when you are counting the figures, when you are taking in the measurement and all. The question is, the figure shows the distance time curve of three objects A, B and C. Study the graph and answer the following question. First one, which of the three is traveling fastest? Are all three ever at the same point on the road? How far C traveled when B passes E? How far B traveled by the time it passes C? So the first question is, which of the three is traveling fastest? That means you need to check for the speed of that particular object. When you're considering a distance time curve, assume that you're getting a line like this. Means if you want to find out the slope of this particular line, if you want to find out the slope of this particular line, mean in order to obtain slope, the slope is given as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. There is nothing but change in the value of y-axis divided by change in the value of x-axis. If you want to find out that, now what you need to find out now, you need to take one x-axis point, any one, draw a perpendicular to the graph, from there extend to the y-axis. So if this is x1, this one is going to be y1. The same way, take another point on the x-axis, let it be x2, draw a perpendicular to the graph, where it meets, draw it to the y-axis. So this is going to be y2. So this y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 is corresponding to the slope of this particular curve. This is what y2 minus y1 is nothing but change in distance. This is nothing but change in distance. What is this? This is nothing but change in time or time taken, change in time. So when you're taking a distance versus time curve, if you take out the slope means you are taking nothing but change in distance divided by change in time. That is distance divided by time. Obviously, you are calculating the speed of that particular vehicle. That means the slope is nothing but you are calculating if you are calculating the slope means you are calculating the speed of that particular vehicle. Okay. So then we have given three different curves are given A, B and C. How can you obtain the speed of it? We can have two methods in order to obtain the check the slope, because if the slope increases, speed increases. Which is more slope, which one is having the most higher slope means what you need to check now? You need to check angle made by the line with respect to x-axis. With respect to x-axis. X-axis, with respect to x-axis, what is the angle made? So with respect to x-axis or the line which is parallel to x-axis, you can assume it. So here, this is the angle made with the x-axis. If you want to consider here, this is the angle made with the x-axis. If you consider here, this is the angle made by the x-axis. If the angle made by the x-axis increases, automatically speaking, we can say that the slope increases. Can you say that slope increases? So by looking into it, you can understand that this particular curve, the down curve, is making more theta with the x-axis. So the slope will be higher for B. So the B is going to be the answer. For everyone, it may not be digestive. So we will be approaching in another method. So we can take any 2 points in the curve and we can find out the slope. So since they have given measurements, the points are given as 4, 8, 12, 1.4, 0.8, 12. For our better easiness to do, what we can do it now, we can just count the boxes. The change in y mean how many boxes are coming over there. Change in x mean how many boxes are coming. When you divide it, you will be getting a ratio. Which ratio is higher, that will be the more steeper one. For example, if you consider curve C. So this is curve C. In curve C, if you consider this point corresponding to this, and if you consider this point means these 2 points. So this is nothing but change in y-axis. This is change in x-axis. In change in y-axis, how many boxes are coming? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 boxes are coming. Change in x-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 by 6. Nothing but equal to 2 by 3. So the slope of C can be given as 2 by 3. Not accurate measurement. It's for just to easiness to calculate. If you take in the case of A, take any 2 points, this point and this point. What is the change in y-axis? That is 2 boxes. Change in x-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 2 by 5. When you consider regarding the C is calculated. When you consider regarding the B, take any 2 points here, this point and this point. Change in x-axis is 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, y-axis is 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3. So you can understand regarding C, that is 2 by 3. Regarding A, that is 2 by 5. Regarding B is 4 by 3. See, this is more steeper. Understood? This is more steeper. That means the slope will be higher for B. Okay, that is why it is going to be faster. Even it is not digestive, how we can exactly get the kilometer, that will also I will explain, and we will calculate the slope once again once we calculated it. Okay, fine. So for that, the next part of the question is, are all the three ever at the same point on the road? Whether they are meeting on the same point on the road. See, you can understand, if they are on the same point on the road, at one particular point all the curves should coincide. This point B and A coincide, this point A and C coincide, this point A and B coincide. But nowhere we cannot see A, B and C are getting coincided. Correct? Nowhere in the point you can not see A and B and A, B and C are getting coincided. So no is the answer. Fine, clear. The next point, how far Z traveled when B passes A? How far C traveled when B passes A? That you need to find out. So for that, we need to zoom up the graph. Okay. You need to find out at what point B passes C. B is passing A at this particular point. B is passing A at this particular point. At this particular point, where is C? C is here. So we need to calculate the distance traveled by C at this particular point. When you consider the axis, the distance is given in the y-axis. There we have one division equal to 4 kilometer. One division is again divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means one division is subdivided into 7 subdivisions. That means when you consider it, 4 kilometer is equal to 7 boxes. 4 kilometer equal to 7 boxes. That means one box is equal to 4 by 7 kilometer. Covering one box mean that is equal to 4 by 7 kilometer. When you consider C at this particular point, it is covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Correct? See? Sorry. You are telling about C. C is here. So it is 1, 2, 3. This is the point C. So at point C it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 boxes covered. So the 14 box will be equal to 14 into 4 by 7. So 14 into 4 will be equal to 56 by 7 kilometer. It is covered 56 by 7 kilometer. Understood? The clear point is it is covered 56 by 7 kilometer. Fine. But when you consider the C, C is not starting from, when you consider C, C is not starting from origin. C is starting, initial distance is somewhere other point. So when you consider here it is not coming exactly. So, but it is starting almost after 3.5. It is coming almost after the 3.5 the books. Correct. 3.5 is the only possibility you can take. Or even you can take 4 for your convenience. That is also fine. So the starting point is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 boxes are over. Or you can take it as 3.5 boxes. So the initial point will be equal to 3.5 boxes. It is nothing but equal to 3.5 into 4 by 7. 3.5 into, which is equal to 3.5 into 4 by 7. So we know that 3 into 4 is equal to 12. 0.5 into 4 is equal to 2. 12 plus 2 is equal to 14. This is equal to 14 by 7 kilometer. So this will be equal to 14 by 7 kilometer. So the initial starting point is 14 by 7 kilometer. Final point is 56 by 7 kilometer means the distance covered by C. The distance covered by C when B passes A, distance covered by C when B passes A will be equal to 56 by 7 minus 14 divided by 7. 56 divided by 7 minus 14 divided by 7. That will be equal to 42 divided by 7. That is equal to 42 divided by 7. So this is approximately equal to 6 kilometers. That will be approximately equal to 6. This is not exactly, that is why we will getting approximately equal to 6 kilometers. So that is the first part of that question is over. Then the next thing, the next part what they are asking, the next part they are asking you, okay, the next part they are asking you, how far B traveled by the time it passes C. How far B traveled it passes C when B is crossing C. Where B is crossing C? B is crossing C. B is crossing C at this particular point. So B is crossing C at this particular point. When B is crossing C at this particular point means you can understand that how far B traveled. B is starting from the origin. How many boxes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When you rub it up, almost it is coming like 9.5. Correct. Almost is coming like 9.5. So you can write it as 9.5 boxes are there. So that is 9.5 boxes. One box is 4 by 7. So the 9.5 boxes will be equal to 9.5 into 4 by 7. That is equal to 9.5 into 4 by 7. That is going to be 5.4 kilometers. That is equal to 5.4 kilometers. So the distance traveled will be equal to distance traveled by, what is asking? They are asking you to calculate how much distance traveled by B when it passes C. So it is passing C at this particular point. At this particular point, almost it traveled like a 9.5. So 9.5 into 4 by 7 is the distance traveled.